Okay, the next major topic we're going to talk about is how to traverse arrays. We're just going to do a little video here on some of the theory of traversing an array. It just means to walk over all the array elements, travel over and say, hey, I want to visit the first array element and the next array element and the next array element. And loops are going to be a powerful tool to help us do that. So I just have this simple JavaScript sandbox open here, and it's open right here with my console there. And we're just going to start with, we'll play around with traversing arrays. So let's start by creating an array. I'm going to go names, and I'm going to do my siblings' names. Rita, Henry, Carl, Joan, Leona. Who's older? There's twins. I think Dorothy's older, and then Ed, and then John, and then Richard, and then myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah, and then I'm number 10. Okay, so there's my array, and now let's say I wanted to just say hello to all of my siblings, right? So I just want to, and they each get their own line of code, right? So let's start by saying, oh, hello, oh, it wants me to do that, that's fine. Okay, let's say I've got this as ID container. Okay, so I'm going to create an output element, which is going to be the document get element by ID outputs, and then I'm just going to go, hey, output element dot inner HTML plus equals, and maybe I'll do a template string with a nice little paragraph that says hello, and I'm going to insert names at position 0 with an exclamation mark and a P. I'm happy to see my siblings. Sure. Okay, let's just run this and see what happens. Cannot read properties of null. Oh yeah, line 17, output element, what did we call it? Oh, I called it container. Oh, let's change that here then. Output. Okay, it says hello Rita. Great. And yeah, I'll just make that a little bigger. Okay. So now if I wanted to do the rest of them, we could copy and paste. 7, 8, 9. So position 1, position 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I went too far. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's 9 array elements. So 0 to 8 is 9 things. Okay, and this will say hello Rita, hello Henry, hello Carl, hello Joan. Beautiful, all in order like that. Okay. So this works, but hello repetitive code, I think we could loop here. And just notice we're just generating this pattern, right? 0 to 8. So I'm just going to create a loop that starts at 0 and is less than 9. So it'll go 0 up to 9, so it'll include 8, and I++. And the reason I'm using I, you can use whatever variable you want, of course, but I like to use I because it's short for index, right? Which is usually what we call this position or the index in the array. All right, so now I'm just going to take this code here, put it inside my loop, and just replace the 0 with I, and then I don't need any of this. And that's the basic idea of traversing an array. You're using a loop to generate the position I of 0, and then 1, and then 2, and then 3. So you each time through the loop, you get the first element, the second element, the third element, the fourth element, and you traverse. You travel over all the elements in the array. Ta-da! Okay, that worked awesome. All right. Now, what if, for example, I didn't want to say hello to my brother Ed. We're fighting. Okay, if I were to do this, hello Rita, hello Henry, Carl, Joan, Leona, Dorothy, John, and hello undefined. Right? And that's because this loop here is still going up to 8, but I don't have the same number of elements in my array anymore, so I'm getting that undefined element. So a way to fix this is use names.length. Remember, we can get the length of the array. And if I start at 0, the last element is always length minus 1. So I don't want to include, I don't want to go equals length. I want to be less than the length. Because if the length is, let's put Ed back in there. we made up. Okay, so if ed is back in there, the length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I want to go 0 up to 9. So 0 to 8. Right? If we change the length, it'll go 0. If I only had 4 siblings, right, it would go 0 up to 3. Anyway, this is just way nicer because then if your array changes length, you don't have to remember to update the number here. You can just use the length right there. Okay, so this loop you should get used to writing a lot. Start at 0, go up to the length I++. You'll write that a lot. Okay, so that's traversing the array. Yeah, I think I'll stop there. That's the theory I wanted to talk about. Use loops to traverse array elements. So we're using our loop to generate the index values. Ta-da! We'll see it in an example. All right, hope that made sense. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.